live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economy, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today, only on ATN.
Representing people. Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act and call for the immediate release of this minister in the Temple of God.
Good morning and welcome to Open Conversation on Atlantic Television Network. Open Conversation is the network's flagship political platform through which trending political news, events and stories are discussed with stakeholders. Through these conversations, ATN uses political talks about specific issues, party system and actors to explore hope and engender positive impacts to the society. Today on Open Conversation, we'll look at Rivers crisis, developing stories. Court affirms 27 Assembly lawmakers still PDP members. Government denies court ruling, the court's declaration affirming 27 lawmakers as PDP members. Group urges NJC to probe High Court judgment. And on politics, Southwest governors appoint Sanwo-Olu as chairman of forum. On restructure, Woko presents bill for creation of new states. And on minimum wage, Nigerian Labour Congress would embark on strike yet. I dive right into the show.
Access to our money we put in the bank.
She said 3,000 is 1,000 to collect 3,000 naira. Where are we heading to?
I've always said there are two sets of people on earth, the oppressors and the oppressed. And in between are the cowards and the hypocrites. Which are you?
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need now is not about the taunting. Who can come and salvage us from where we are?
Corruption not in my country.
Driver, why you just dey jack us up and down like this now?
I hope nobody carry belle.
Why you ask go?
Because this road where they see so, it no guarantee safe delivery.
We just dey vote for government, but we not get good governance.
At all.
Road so e no dey, light usai, the infrastructure nko e come turn to be forbidden fruit for the city.
Corruption, spoil everything. Hello?
Hello, madam. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Mrs. Ayeni. I am calling from the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs.
Okay. Okay, I've been expecting your call.
Madam, remove this your phone from loudspeaker.
No vex, now my phone be like that. Hello?
Are you there?
I hear, I'm hearing you.
Yes. We saw a copy of your invoice for computers, printers, and laptops.
Yes. Are you working on them now?
Ma, the prices you quoted are way too high now.
Madam, sorry, please don't cost.
We found the laptop you said is 1.8 million naira for 600,000 naira.
Hello?
Now my body network there.
I can't hear you. Network is bad.
Madam, we can hear you. Continue.
Hello, I can't hear you. I will call you back.
Their behavior not good now.
Madam, now this kind behavior they kill our country. You suppose do things differently. Make Nigeria for better.
Corruption not in my country.
This message is brought to you by the Akin Fadayi Foundation, the MacArthur Foundation,
and with broadcast support from Atlantic Television Network.
From the line across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring on-spot news. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today, only on ATN.
Access to our
there are two sets of people on earth, the oppressors and the oppressed. And in between are the cowards and the hypocrites, which are you.
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need now is not about the Tonte. Who can come and salvage us from where we are?
The oppressors and the oppressed. And in between are the cowards.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. Joining me on Open Conversation this morning is Barrister Haya King, a legal practitioner and human rights advocate. Good morning, Barrister Haya King, and welcome to
It's a
Open
pleasure
Conversation.
being here once more. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure.
All right, and I also have with me Honorable Barrister Don Oparaji. He is a legal practitioner, member Nigerian Human Rights Commission, and legal advisor to Chairman of Council, Element Local Government. Good morning and welcome to Open Conversation, Barrister Don.
Good morning, Tom.
All right, and on to the story. A River State High Court sitting in Port Harcourt has affirmed that 27 members of the River State House of Assembly who defected to the All Progressive Congress are still members of the People's Democratic Party. Justice Okebule Basam of the River State High Court in Port Harcourt stated on Monday that the claimants were unable to demonstrate that Martin Amehule and the 26 other legislators had switched to the APC. Justice Basam emphasized that party membership is established through being on the party's register or possessing a membership card, stating that televised events or verbal declarations were insufficient proof. Let me start with you, Barrister Haya King. What is your immediate reaction to this?
Well, when I heard that news yesterday, I was really taken aback. I was surprised. You know, the literal interpretation that almost the layman gave it. But I went for that to ask. I went for that to ask, to probe, to find out, maybe to talk to the people that were involved in that matter. I was not involved. And I was told that those things he said were not part of his judgment. That is to say that the members of the defected members of former River State lawmakers that left, that they don't have, like you said, they don't have sufficient evidence. Yes, I agree. A judge is usually persuaded by documents and evidence before him. So he's saying that in this instant case, that they did not show membership card or switching from here to here. But everybody, I think, is an open news. Is been there. Even they themselves have also come up to say we have defected to APC. Say this, that is not part of procedure. I know, because he said he does not have jurisdiction to entertain that matter. That's what the final analysis is. That those are commentaries. Those things you heard, we call them commentaries. They are not part of the judgment. They are not judgment. They are not binding. They are not enforceable judgment. They are not declarations. They are just, we call them comments by the judge. Those are the comments the judge made along in delivering his ruling or judgment, if you like, because preliminary objection was filed against that matter, that the people that came to court does not have jurisdiction.
What is your take?
Anyways, you see, as much as it will sound, because for me, the matter is now more in the court of public conscience. Okay, but that's not what we are looking at. What we are looking at is what does the law say. Whether the House of Assembly members have openly carried placards, or they have even said we have defected. Where would this matter end? The matter will certainly end in court, and in court. Register as a member sorry of the APC. But there is nothing like that. The court have looked at all this. Yes. Even if Basam yesterday, gave this judgment, we are not in hand, we are not, as I speak to you, I don't have the judgment in my hands. But from what I heard from people who were in court yesterday, the judge made these statements. So, whether the court has jurisdiction or not, that will be a matter that will be tested on appeal, except they want to leave it at that level. But as we speak to you today, from my own legal experience and knowledge, the 27 lawmakers are still members of the party, and all the law
months later, I don't know what they are trying to play at. Are you saying you are coming back to PDP? I really does not understand what is happening. That is why I tell you, in this country, politicians in Nigeria, they do what is political. That's my favorite quote. They do what is political. They don't do what is legal. They don't do what is constitutional. They don't do what is moral. They don't do what is right. They only do what is political. And what is political usually lies against the constitution, immoral, illegal, evil. They don't do anything that is good. That's what they do. Otherwise, 7 months later, let me also say this. They did not ask the court to declare them members of PDP. They did not do that. These comments are comments by the judge. It's not a judgment. It's not part of the judgment. It's not. Yes, please. Now, everything I just said now is like a comment to your question. It's not part of your question. That's what I'm trying to say. All those preambles I just did was just comments by me relating to this question. They are not your question like you have just pointed out. Now, section 109 guides on how you resign or defect or jump ship or run away from a political party. Said there must be crisis. There must be crisis. So it is only when there is crisis it is the APC members that will come and tell them, you have not registered in our ward, you have not registered in your name is not entered in our register and all that. It's not for the court. I repeat again, what the judge did was a comment. A side comment. Yes. So that is the procedure. Have I answered the question now? The procedure.
Barrister Hayakin,
yes.
Hold on.
Yes.
What you quoted, Constitution 109,
yes,
is provision for a member of a House of Assembly to be chairman of the APC, Edo State.
Yes.
Inebeneki resigned right from APC, and when he was resigning, he wrote a letter that he submitted to his ward chairman, telling them that he has resigned and stating his reasons and wishing them well. Now, in the party structure to be ratified,
yes,
by others, but the ward suspends, the ward, when a party member is resigning, he writes a letter to his ward, just like Honorable Boneki did.
I understand all that, yes.
That's the question I'm asking. I am not asking about the lawmakers resigning based on the crisis, because what the judge was talking about was the validity of their membership as PDP members. That's what I am looking at right now.
Yes, it can be done on social media. Answering you. Secondly,
that can be accepted by court. Say 3 times on social media.
Yes, you are divorced. You are divorced. Yes, there's a marriage like that. You find out the Muslim. Just tell your wife.
No. We are talking about Nigerian constitution, because I'm aware that the law has reasons for divorce, abandonment.
Yes.
Sexual deprivation for 6 months.
You prove.
Yeah, of course.
Now, coming to the second question. Yes, you can pronounce in some tradition, and the divorce will hold. Yes, in some culture, tradition, religion.
We are talking about the law.
Muslims have their laws now.
We are talking about Nigerian. I'm not talking about the Muslim law. I'm not talking about the Sharia. I'm talking about the Nigerian.
Nigerian Sharia is part of Nigerian law now.
I'm talking about the Nigerian constitution. The secular constitution we are
coming to constitution now. If there's an amount of years you will abandon your wife, abandon your wife, it becomes divorce. Your wife will consider it will constitute divorce. Your wife will say you are dead and presumption of death and go to marry another man or go to marry another woman. Yeah. Now, coming to the issue at hand, the issue in question that brought about these comments that is now generating storm. It's not that the 27 lawmakers went to court to say we are not members of APC, we are members of PDP.
Are you aware that PDP joined the suit saying that these persons are still members of the party?
No, it's not part of what was in court.
That was part of the reason Ugochi came out to cry out.
No, not this one.
I'm talking about PDP National,
I'm
not
coming.
this particular one. But are you aware that PDP National was at some point a joinder to a suit? And part of the things they were praying was that the 27 lawmakers are still members of PDP.
I don't know about that suit.
Can I comment?
Sorry, let me answer your question. Let me land. Now, in this very suit, the much I know in this very suit, the issue of whether the 27 lawmakers or 25 of them or whatever, how many they are no longer a member of PDP and member of APC was not there at all, was not canvassed, was not discussed. So I think also, if it was part of the case from the beginning, I know that the other parties would have presented evidence to show, because the judge is saying there was no evidence to show that these people have defected from PDP to APC. I know I spoke to one of the lawyers and I asked, I said, what happened? I know that it was not part of what was canvassed in court. Because if it was what was canvassed, they would have brought that evidence. But in any case, like I keep on saying again, this thing happened, whether the defect happened 7 months ago, 11th of December. They are in court somewhere saying we are members of APC. This same group of people. There's a case in Abuja. They say we are members of APC, we are no longer members of PDP. So the issue of this one is just a comment that a judge made in the process of a present case that people are now using out of context. Let them go now, obtain that order, and go back to PDP. There's no order.
Barrister Don.
See, well, I've listened to my colleague. The thing is that sometimes I'm also very surprised as well. You know, because this issue is beginning to take over. For us that are lawyers, we are expected to be more critical when issues of this nature come. It's not to be influenced by what the public thinks or by emotion. What's happening now is emotion. If we must be very dispassionate, we need to ask ourselves the question. See, the matter that have gone on appeal, even the one before Justice James Omotosho, that there is referring to, probably he doesn't know. Even when they go on appeal and they say we are members of APC, the court of appeal is not a dead horse. They will look at it. What constitutes your membership? If the matter does not survive there, they will rule it against them. It means that they are members of PDP. It's not that saying I'm a member of APC that makes you an automatic member of APC. Were there any notice of resignation in line with section 306, subsection 1? Was there a register of members? That is the critical condition the court will look at. It's not that, oh, I am married. Where is your certificate of marriage?
Can you dwell a bit on the constitutional provision you just spoke about?
Section 306(1) says, same as otherwise provided in this section, any person who is appointed, elected, or otherwise selected to any office established by this constitution may resign from that office by writing under the hand and address to the authority or person by whom he was appointed, elected, or selected.
Now, hold on, still building on that. I am aware that each political party has their party constitution.
Exactly.
And part of the party constitution of the PDP is that members upon defection or resignation, members upon resignation must write a letter to the ward chairman. Now, the question is, did the 27 lawmakers fulfill this constitutional provision according to party constitution?
As I speak to you, at least I'm from a local government. I'm from Eleme local government. And as I speak to you, there is no formal letter written to what chairman of the party by the member representing Element constituency. Rather, in any other ward or in any local government, so far, there is nothing. Now, Choma, going down, listen to what the Constitution says, which is the ground norm. Going down, it says the resignation of any person.
3 words.
3061. Now I'm going down to 2. It says the resignation of any person from any office established by this Constitution shall take effect when the writing, take note, when the writing signifying the resignation is received by the authority or person to whom it is addressed. What this Constitution that we all swore to be bounded by, the intention of this Constitution,
you have your say. Let him speak.
Is that until somebody transmits a notice of resignation, in all the arguments they have made in the public, in the market, everywhere, even among some of our colleagues, have there been any evidence to show that they've written that they resigned to the authority that is supposed to receive this? There is no evidence. If there was any evidence, I am sure they would have tendered it by now. And that's what the court wants. We are only saying they have resigned. They have resigned. They said they have resigned. They had party cards. Even when they were saying this thing, I sat and said, see, this thing may be more critical. In law, technicality operates a great role. People can just say, oh, this thing has happened. This thing has happened. What is the law saying about it? The court is not a marketplace where anybody, as I speak to you today, okay, I told you, I wrote a letter to the governor, copied the governor, and said, including all those who are saying they are factional this and factional that, all of them are still members of the party. 2, the PDP, which is the party that these people belong to, have come out to say, see, we have not received any letter showing that they have left our party. In any case, the APC that they have purportedly, or the people are purportedly saying that they have gone to, why has the APC not float any document or register to show that they have been received into the party? Is it by Thanksgiving? Or people go to do Thanksgiving in church and they feel that, oh, they have received members. Law is not public, it's not a market. A law is not poem. You don't understand law by reading mere dramatic write-ups and all that. Law is a critical thinking. This is what does the law say. That's the end of it. Because at the end of the day, I used to tell people, whether Governor Fubara, which I respect as the governor of Rivers State, or the FCT minister, at the end of the day, it is this same court that will give veracity to what we have done right or done wrong. And what the law court will look at is the law. The court will not be looking at public conscience. The court will not be looking at what the public is saying outside there. The court is not concerned whether they were dancing with APC card or not. What the court will be concerned is what is the provision of the law and what did they violate. That is what the court will be looking at. And with great respect to some of my colleagues, I want them to understand that they should not be swayed by court of public conscience. I'm not moved. I'm not moved. I'm speaking as an apostle of justice in the temple of justice. I'm speaking as an apostle here because it is my duty to protect what this constitution and what the law says. You know, when the thing doesn't favor certain people, they say, oh, the court is stupid, the court is, they have bright. In fact, now, they say lawyers. They say lawyers are now part of the problem. They say lawyers are now part of the problem. But can we, for once, look at what does the law says? I cited a case here where the Supreme Court made it clear in Dari against Diaplo in Adeleke against Inakoy, I made it clear that the court says, see, the issue of defection of houses of legislatures is not something people just feel that, oh, because people have defected, have they complied with the rules? The Supreme Court said, have they violated the provisions of the law that brought them to power? That's the first thing they look at. Number two, is there any transmission of any document showing that these people have left? 3, where is the place of the register where these people were given? It's not by party card. It is not by Thanksgiving. It is not by reception. When the chips are down, they will look at where. So threatening. I don't like his presence. This man appeared, by that logical analysis, this man may be a criminal. That is what the public will think. This man, the way he's too muscular, maybe this man is a bouncer, maybe he kills. But the law will not look at that incident like that. The law will look at what are the things he has done that violates your own right, or what are the things that he has done that constitute an offense. So you see that the law goes into more critical thinking. That's what the judges will do. What happened yesterday? Whether Justice Ogogole Basam, recused himself, from entertaining the matter, it's immaterial. The judge has given his opinion, and his opinion is judgment. His opinion is the letters he has put before us. If you go and apply for it, they will give you, whether it was by the way or not. That constitutes what the court has said on that issue. It may have been that, yes, they have recused himself from jurisdiction, but the court have told you what he sees. And if you don't like it, go on appeal. Because every matter that wants to be challenged needs to go on appeal. So if you say, oh, yeah, well, what my colleague said there, that from what he was told, that the judges did not make an order, or it was not a judgment. The judge was just saying, and later the judge could not have just say, I did not have jurisdiction. Other things followed those statements that were made. So if the statement will be used or not, it's an appeal. Whether the statements will be enforceable or not, it's an appeal. So as it stands now, whether it's a bad judgment or it's a good judgment, it's judgment stands.
All right. Let's look at Rivers State government reaction to this. Now, there was a text of press briefing by Dagogo Iboroma, the Rivers State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, on Monday, June 10, 2024. And the press statement goes as follows. Gentlemen of the press, as the Honorable Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice and third defendant in suit number DHC/20/CX/2024, my attention has been drawn to a recent judgment. This suit did not seek to declare the seat of Martin Samehule and 26 others in Rivers State House of Assembly vacant. The suit of the claimants was struck out for want of locus standi and jurisdiction, and also for being an abuse of court process, which robbed the trial court of jurisdiction to adjudicate on the matter. There is a misleading news circulating in social media, print and electronic media, that Martin Samehule and 26 others are members of the People's Democratic Party and the Rivers State House of Assembly. As you all know, Martin Samehule and 26 others defected from the People's Democratic Party to the All Progressive Congress on the 11th day of December 2023 and stated that much in affidavit evidence deposed to by Martin Samehule for himself and on behalf of others in a suit before Honorable Justice Donatus Okorowo of the Federal High Court, Abuja Division. The suit is still pending in courts. By Section 272, subsection 3 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, It is only the Federal High Court that can determine whether Martins Amehule and 26 others are still members of People's Democratic Party and also members of the Rivers State House of Assembly. This much was held by the trial court. However, you will recall that there is a subsisting order of interlocutory injunction in suit number PHC/512/CH/2024, restraining Martins Amehule and his co-travelers from further parading or presenting themselves as lawmakers in River State pending the termination of the substantive suit, which has not been appealed against till date. We urge the public to disregard the news presently making rounds in social, print, and electronic media to the effect that Martins Amehule and 26 others have been declared as members of People's Democratic Party and the River State House of Assembly. Now, let me start with you, Barrister Haya King. What is your take on this statement by the Attorney General of River State?
You see, first and foremost, let me say this. Maybe my learned friend here doesn't know. I don't have any partisan, and they will not have. In fact, let me even surprise him. I was of the opinion that the governor should go and present the budget again to the 27 House of Assembly before they reconvene the... In fact, I was the one that went to court for him to represent the budget to the 27 members because he was hobnobbing with them. At a point, he said he was not going to recognize them again. I said, go and present the budget. That's who I am. So for my learned friend to be thinking otherwise, I think he doesn't know me. Let me tell him. And again, I won't sit here and as a lawyer, if the president is resigning, he will give the resignation letter to the Senate president. The House of if the Senate president is resigning, he will give it to the clerk. If the members are resigning, they will give to the clerk. If the House of Assembly member is resigning, those elected in the House. Not that is where I think what is confusing him is where they said the elected. Look at it. This elected is confusing him. Elected means and the elected members from the House of Assembly to become Speaker, Deputy Speaker, Majority Leader, and all that. That is what it means. It does not have anything to do with the resignation of from political party. The place that deals with resignation of defecting is 109. And if you defect, ordinarily you go to your ward. You now register in your ward, get the party register, and register. So let us not be deceived. Let's not twist the law. Not on international television. I won't do that on international. I won't permit that on international television. It's 306. Let other lawyers. I put it in public. Let every other person look at it. It's 306.
Mr. Don. Okay. And when he mentioned that part of the constitution he spoke about, I now paused him and then asked him questions about the.
You didn't allow me to read the sub one I wanted to read.
You will still come